Hi everyone, this is Frank Demora with part 4 for August 13th, 2010. If this is your first time, you would like to go to my website. If you're here at YouTube, go to www.demoraministry.com, and when you're there, you'll see the front and the back cover of my book, and right below where you see the cover is a link where you can click that link and you'll be able to download the information in my book absolutely free. The Lord told me a long time ago never to charge anybody for anything I do in this ministry, and I've been faithful to do that, and I hope that my work over the past 33 years will bless you. I'm going to cover some of the information that I didn't put under under the post here, so that if you're at YouTube, normally when you go to my website and you scroll down after you watch the YouTube video, there are the links to the news reports. Now, some of these reports I talked about earlier during the week, but many of you at YouTube didn't see those reports, and I'm going to cover those today briefly. And it has to do again with fulfilling Bible prophecy. Here is one from Rutgers that came out August 11th, just a few days ago. Analysts: grain price rise may fuel Mideast and Europe unrest. It says price rise comes at on top of impact of financial crisis, which I talked about earlier today in my last video. It says discontent could fuel street unrest. Middle East, North Africa, Europe seen most at risk. Much depends on how long price rally lasts. So here's a few things. Number one, as I covered before, in Revelation 6:6, Jesus shows you that the price of food is going to go skyrocketing. We know this because a person is going to be working all day long just for a little bit of food. Now, if there's not enough food to go around, it drives the prices up. And this is what's happening right now. And a lot of reasons for flooding, as I covered earlier: flooding, devastation, fires, wars, pestilence, all these different things that are taking crops out now will rise the price. And just recently, flooding and intense heat and disease are taking them out. It says rising grain prices from Russia's drought and fires will pressure populations already hit by the financial crisis and could stoke unrest, particularly in the Middle East, North Africa, and parts of Europe. Now, Jesus tells us in Matthew 24:7 that in part of Matthew, there's many signs in that verse, in verse 7. Part of it is kingdom against kingdom, and that means, for example, people in Europe will be fighting against themselves. And one of the reasons why we've already seen people fighting in Europe is because of their economy falling apart and benefits being taken away from them. So if benefits are being taken away, the job market is bad, the economy is going down the tanks, and the supply of food is diminishing, or excuse me, in many parts of the world, the food supply is diminishing because they can't afford to buy it. So the prices are going higher because of the recent disasters, and this could set off the round of unrest that Jesus talked about. And that's one of the prophecies. So another one of the headlines from FT.com, August 6th, talked about how much food prices were on the rise. It says Kevin Griffey had to face up to a double setback. Face up to a double setback on Friday. The 53-year-old made redundant by the airline that employed him at London's Heathrow Airport was obliged to sign on for a job seeker's allowance for the first time because the economy is so bad. And just when his income was at an unhappy ebb, what struck him at the supermarket where he stopped off for provisions was, get this, how much food prices were on the rise. So we're seeing these prices that are going all over the place. Now, if you see a smile on my face, it's only because I'm thinking of Jesus Christ. And I'm thinking that Jesus promised us that we would see him face to face. And he's going to take the church out, and so that we won't have to be facing these things when the tribulation begins. That's why I'm smiling. Not at the fact that the prices are going up and people are hurting. That's the gut-wrenching part for the heart. But I'm looking over it. I'm looking at the end result for those who love the Lord will be with Jesus Christ. Now, one of the signs that Jesus warned about is the Antichrist was going to have a system set in place. We see that in Revelation 13, verses 16 through 17. A mark will be placed on the right hand or the forehead, it says. And unless you have this, you can't buy or sell. Now, there's different methods going on that will allow people to buy or sell. And we see these new technologies that are bringing us to that point to fulfill Revelation 13, verses 16 through 17. Take a look at this, for example. Let me put this up here. I hope you can see it. It says vending machines of the future. Okay, now, this vending machine that are starting to go out, it says your thumbprint might soon be the key to an afternoon candy bar. The Massachusetts-based vending machine company is joining the growing ranks of companies that are field testing new technologies. New generation vendings and food service is experimenting with biotech vending machines that would allow a user to tie a credit card to his thumbprint. So essentially, in a nutshell, this is what happens. You can go up to this machine. You want to buy something out of the machine. You put your thumbprint up on there. It recognizes who you are. And then there's somebody who monitors all this stuff. And you'd be able to actually buy something by your thumbprint. It's crazy. But these are the things that are going to technologies. Now, you'll notice that most of these technologies that have to do with the face recognition, the iris, the hand, or the thumbprint, it's the face or the hand. We're moving in the direction that Jesus Christ said, watch, they'll place a mark in the forehead or the hand. So don't think that these things are a coincidence. They're going in the direction that Jesus Christ told us it would end up into. Let's see here. There's another one. This has to do with the decline of America, and how America is probably going to be the cause of causing this global disaster, economic disaster that's going to spread through the rest of the world. And we see Americans, the land of the free, it's not so good anymore. Number of people using food stamps increasing. Now, in my book, I cover that. I cover the facts about it. It says the number of people using food stamps has already increased for the past 18 months, and it seems businesses are noticing the change. New data from the USDA shows the number of food stamp users has continued to climb over the past year and a half. Almost 41 million Americans use food stamps when checking out. These are the things that are signs. They're all signs from the Lord. And these signs show us that He's going to come for us. And that the things that He told us were going to happen in the future, they're already here. And the only thing now that we need to see take place is for the rest of the prophecies that haven't been fulfilled, Psalm 83, Ezekiel 38, the rapture of the church, and the 7-year tribulation period. So we're running out of time to be saved. You're running out of time to receive the grace freely from the Lord. And I'm asking you today, please consider accepting that free gift of salvation from Jesus Christ. He wants you in His kingdom. You don't need to go through the tribulation. If you accept the free gift of the Lord, He'll say your name will be written in His book of life. That's where you want your name to be written. And I pray that my ministry will encourage you to read the Bible, to look and to keep on the watch for Jesus Christ, because He is coming.